Most men spend their entire lives chasing women, and here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you chase, the less she respects you. Have you ever noticed how the men women admire the most are the ones who don't chase at all? That's not an accident. That's masculine energy. That's Stoic detachment. And today, I'm going to break down exactly why high-value men never chase women, and how you can step into that same frame of power. Before we dive deep, quick reminder. If you're serious about mastering Stoicism, psychology, and becoming a high-value man, hit that subscribe button to join the Stoic 95 community. Like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share it with another man who needs this message. That engagement not only supports this channel, but it also helps spread the kind of masculine wisdom most men are starving for. 1. The core principle: detachment creates value. Let's start with a hard truth. Chasing instantly lowers your value. Think about it. The moment you're running after someone, you've placed them above you. You've signaled that they're the prize, and you're the one begging for attention. High-value men don't operate like that. They know their worth. They live by a principle rooted in Stoicism: detachment. Stoic detachment isn't about not caring at all. It's about not being controlled by desire, emotion, or external validation. When a high-value man meets a woman, he doesn't put her on a pedestal. He recognizes her as human, flawed, and no different from him. If she's interested, good. If not, life moves on. That's masculine energy in its purest form: calm, controlled, unshaken. Women feel this difference instantly. They can tell when a man's attention comes from abundance versus when it comes from neediness. Chasing reeks of desperation. Detachment radiates confidence. 2. Why chasing destroys masculine energy. Here's what most men don't realize. The act of chasing isn't just unattractive, it actively drains your masculine energy. Masculinity is about direction, purpose, and strength. But when you're chasing, your energy shifts away from your mission and onto her approval. Picture two men. The first spends his time building himself, working on his discipline, body, finances, mindset. The second spends his nights sending desperate texts, rearranging his schedule, bending over backward for a woman who barely respects him. Who do you think women are drawn to long-term? When you chase, you become reactive instead of proactive. You stop leading and start following. And women may enjoy the attention for a while, but deep down, they can't respect a man who abandons his purpose for them. Respect is the foundation of attraction. Without it, nothing lasts. 3. The paradox of female desire. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Women often say they want attention, affection, and pursuit. But in reality, what they desire most is a man who doesn't need them. A man whose self-worth is not tied to their approval. This is the paradox. When you chase, you communicate, "I need you to feel complete." When you don't chase, you communicate, "I am already complete. You can join me, but I don't need you." And guess what? That second message is irresistible. It signals strength. It signals abundance. It triggers respect. High-value men understand this paradox and live by it. They don't fall for the surface-level games. They know that the strongest form of attraction comes not from chasing, but from standing still in their power. 4. Stoic detachment in action. So, how does Stoic detachment actually look in real life? Let me break it down. Texting. A high-value man doesn't blow up her phone. He doesn't double text. He replies when he wants, not when he's anxious. Dating. He doesn't rearrange his life to fit her schedule. If it works, great. If not, he keeps moving forward with his priorities. Emotions. He doesn't lose control when she tests him. He stays calm, collected, and grounded, no matter what storm she tries to create. This isn't coldness. It's composure. It's the ability to engage with a woman without losing yourself. That's what separates boys from men. 5. The power shift. Who's the prize? Let's be blunt. In every dynamic, someone is the prize. The one who is pursued holds the power. The one who chases gives it away. High-value men never give their power away because they know they are the prize. That doesn't mean arrogance. It means living in a way that makes you genuinely valuable, disciplined, confident, self-reliant, and driven. When you operate like that, you don't need to convince women of your worth. They see it, they feel it, and they come to you. Women chase men who don't chase them. That's the universal truth most men refuse to accept. 6. The danger of modern conditioning. Why do so many men get this wrong? Because society has conditioned them to. Movies, TV, even social media all paint this picture. The man wins the girl by chasing her relentlessly, proving his devotion and never giving up. It looks romantic on screen. In reality, it kills attraction. Women may smile when men chase, but deep down, they don't respect it. Respect comes from strength, from boundaries, from a man who doesn't bend just to please. High-value men reject this conditioning. They understand that chasing is weakness disguised as love. Real love and respect are built when two people meet on equal terms, not when one is chasing and the other is running away. 7. Masculine energy, the anchor in chaos. Masculine energy is about being the anchor in the storm. Women will test you. They will create drama. They will push your buttons. Not because they're evil, but because subconsciously they want to know, is this man strong enough to stand firm? When you chase, you fail that test. You show you're driven by her approval, not by your own principles. But when you stay detached, calm, composed, focused on your mission, you pass every test without even trying. That's why high-value men don't chase. They don't need to. They stand strong, and women are naturally pulled into their orbit. 8. Shifting your frame today. Now the question is, how do you shift into this frame? How do you stop chasing and start living as a high-value man? Step 1 is awareness. Notice when you're tempted to chase. Ask yourself, am I acting from abundance or from need? If it's need, stop. Redirect your focus back onto yourself, your mission, your discipline, your growth. Step 2 is boundaries. Don't reward bad behavior. Don't tolerate disrespect. Don't bend just because you're afraid of losing her. High-value men would rather lose a woman than lose their self-respect. Step 3 is practice. Detachment doesn't happen overnight. It's built through repetition, through small daily choices that reinforce your masculine frame. Every time you resist the urge to chase, you build strength. Every time you put yourself first, you reclaim your power. If this is hitting home for you, pause for a second. Drop a comment below. What's one area in your life where you find yourself chasing? It could be women, approval, even success. Share it, because you'll realize you're not alone. And if you're new here, subscribe to Stoic 95. We break down the psychology, the philosophy, and the masculine strategies that help you stop living in weakness and start living in power. Hit the like button. It tells YouTube this is worth spreading. Why walking away is power. Here's the thing. Most men are terrified of walking away. They think leaving means losing. But in reality, walking away is the ultimate form of power. It shows you value yourself more than her temporary approval. And women, they respect that. Even if they don't admit it, they're drawn to men who can detach, who can let go, who don't cling. That's Stoic detachment in practice. The ability to care, but not to need. To love, but not to lose yourself. The irony of chasing versus not chasing. The irony is this. The men who chase end up alone. The men who don't chase, who focus on themselves, who embody masculine energy, those men attract more women than they can handle. It's backwards from what most men believe, but it's the truth. Because attraction isn't about proving yourself. It's about embodying strength. And when you do that, women will chase you. We've laid the foundation. Why high-value men never chase, how Stoic detachment works, and why masculine energy is the anchor women can't resist. In the next section, I'll break down the practical strategies you can use to stop chasing today, habits, mindset shifts, and real-life examples that put this philosophy into action. So stick around for part 2. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Stoic 95 right now. This is the place where men learn to master themselves, so nothing and no one can control them. Stop texting like a fan. Here's the first practical shift. Stop texting like a fan. High-value men don't sit there waiting by the phone, firing off good morning and good night messages like they're on payroll. Every time you do that, you train her to see you as an option, not the prize. Instead, send messages with intention. Be concise. Be clear. Communicate like a man who has things to do. If she responds, great. If she doesn't, also great. Your day keeps moving. That's Stoic detachment applied in real life. Protect your time. Second strategy, guard your time like it's gold, because it is. Chasing often looks like constantly rearranging your life to fit hers. Canceling plans, dropping responsibilities, letting go of discipline just to get a date. High-value men don't do that. They operate on their own schedule. They prioritize their mission, their fitness, their finances. If a woman can align with that, she's welcome. If not, she can move on. Protecting your time shows you respect yourself. And women respect men who respect themselves. Build your frame daily. A man's frame isn't something he switches on and off. It's built in the small daily actions. Waking up early instead of sleeping in. Hitting the gym instead of scrolling Instagram. Saying no to junk food, no to bad habits, no to wasted hours. Every act of discipline is an act of masculine energy. Every choice that strengthens you makes you less likely to chase, because you're already fulfilled within yourself. Women sense that strength before you say a word. Practice walking away. The hardest, yet most powerful practice. Walking away. Not as a threat, not as a game, but as a genuine choice. If she disrespects you, if she pulls away, if she tries to manipulate, you calmly exit. No drama, no begging, no chasing. Walking away teaches you two things: self-control and abundance. It proves to yourself that you don't need her to survive. And ironically, it's often when you're willing to walk that she chases hardest, because you've shown her you value yourself more than her temporary attention. Real-life example. Let's bring this home with an example. Picture two men. One spends his Friday night texting a girl who's ignoring him, checking his phone every 5 minutes, spiraling into frustration. The other spends his Friday night in the gym, then out with friends, then home building his side hustle. Guess which one women will gravitate toward? Not because of the muscles, not because of the hustle alone, but because his energy is focused inward, not outward. He doesn't need her. That's what makes him magnetic. That's what makes him high value. It's the challenge to you. So here's my challenge. For the next 30 days, stop chasing. Every time you feel that urge to text, to bend, to beg for attention, stop. Redirect that energy back into yourself, into your mission, into your growth. At the end of 30 days, you'll notice a shift. You'll feel calmer, stronger, more focused. Women will notice it too. Because masculine energy can't be faked. It's built through discipline and detachment. If this message hit you, take 5 seconds right now. Hit the like button, drop a comment below with the one area you need to stop chasing, and share this video with another man who needs it. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to Stoic 95. This channel is where men sharpen their philosophy, their psychology, and their masculinity. Remember this: high-value men never chase women because they are the prize. Live that truth, and you'll never see relationships the same way again.